So, yesterday, I ended up starting a nice little Eldritch RPG, and it was pretty fun. I enjoyed doing it, and it's like I said, I'm back again today. So, um, yeah, I'm just gonna go back and play more of this game because it's really good. I love the art style and I love the thematic of it. It's a great setting. There is one thing I would want to talk about first, though, is I had no idea, and I found it out incredibly recently, and I watched it. There is a brand new Hellboy movie. I had no idea there was a new Hellboy movie that was coming out. So they apparently did not put it in theaters. It must have been made rather cheaply, on a low budget, and they released it like direct to video instead of putting it in theaters. Which is funny because I watched the last Hellboy movie before this one when they were using the guy from like Stranger Things and stuff like that for to play Hellboy. It was all right. It kind of sucked. I have read some of the comic books, so after like seeing like, oh, that's what they took for that, that's what they took for this, it was whatever. But then they tried to put like in the story, like the thing he was fighting, the big pig creature, it used to be like a little tiny fairy, but came back in like a short story for revenge, and it was like, okay, so like they give that entire short story is that particular character's backstory, and then they tie him into some like grand world changing dumb event. Like it was fine, but it kind of sucked. They took a couple short stories and just kind of like added them to the movie, and then just added like stupid dumb movie bullshit. When like if they took like the two the two stories that it was originally taken from, the one with the fairy, the changeling, and the one where he's hunted by the one association and they try to actually kill him. Like if they took those two and tied it in with like another short story or something, and then did like the full changeling story, that would have been actually like that pretty decent movie. Just had to figure it out, but they had to put like some weird dumb world ending bullshit in there. So this one is a lot better. I know some of the stories that they were pulling from, and they adapted them really well. Like it's literally just a movie where they're out in the middle of Appalachian Mountains. So it's either shot in small sets or shot out in the woods. Like this is some classic, like we're about to save some money. Let's take our camera out to the woods and shoot some shit. Like it's really tight. But this new Hellboy movie, which what is it called again? I gotta pull this up. It is called, and you have to get it on Amazon. Hellboy the Crooked Man. So this is like a couple short stories that they took together and they made a whole movie. Now this movie, Hellboy the Crooked Man, is, I guarantee you, going to be a seasonal Halloween watch. I shit you not. It will be a Halloween seasonal watch. The flavor of what you're looking for something on Halloween is there. It's full of witches and classic eldritch spooky bullshit. It is good. It is solid. It is dark. It is close up. It is grimy. It is full of paranormal fun bullshit. It is a Halloween movie through and fucking through. It is a really good movie. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Now you can see where there are bits and pieces of it being like choppy, and they kind of like you could tell that they had like a movie going and they had a bunch of pieces done, but then the studio probably told them to like, oh well, you can't just use Hellboy and make a cheap horror movie out of this. This isn't what people are expecting, or maybe that's what they saw and they're like, we can't release this in theaters. But it's like a good spooky horror movie. Like it's solid. Like it's fucking great. If they put out in theaters, they probably would have gotten like some good word of mouth on it. Or I have no idea, because I had no idea it even existed, and I randomly heard about it that they put it out on Amazon, which is the reason why I found it. So, like I said, if you find that thing, seasonal Halloween movie, I swear to God, it was that good. It was really enjoyable. Anyway, so that's the little side rant before the game. But now I'm gonna go play the game. So last time we were here, we gathered our party, we got ourselves a key, got ourselves a Cthulhu statuette, found out the secret of the key, and now we're probably going to go messing around with cultists, along with someone promising us a way out of this eldritch hell that we are trapped in.
Your former life was in a bliss of
Oh yeah, and the
ignorance,
setting and the art are
until
just
you've
top
awakened
tier.
to the darkness waiting on the doorstep of our
This is
fragile
lovely
dimension.
20s, or
Something
probably around the 20s
terrible
setting.
left its eons old slumber, and the reality as we knew it.
Gonna load back in on the last one. And as soon as we load back, there's another quake. Alright, so we're here, we got our party, we got the dame, we got the mutilated man. Don't know if he's even human or not anymore. Maybe he was, maybe he never was, who knows. And then we got our hired muscle, which I'll keep the hired muscle on until he says, hey, pay up or I'm gonna leave. And we'll let him leave and we'll see what it's like. And maybe we'll rehire him later. But he was very helpful doing the first dungeon. If you want to call it a dungeon. Save for choking vines on all the walls, this humble residence is one of the few that remains untouched by the destruction that has engulfed Arkham. Oh wait, he told us to come here. He said to come to House 39. Also, hey Stormpike, how's it going? Yeah, he told us to go to House 39. Apparently it's not. Let's see. Decipher the meaning of the poem. Yeah, we have to do that. I didn't learn much from Isidore. I should keep an eye on. Yeah, from the Cthulhu statue. The possible exit. Here we go. Talking of folklore, it's named Stanley Fredkin at the Old Eel. Under the influence of Marino's cheap whiskey, I mentioned the possible way out of Arkham. Yeah. Also, mysterious contractor. A rustic-looking fellow in a black suit presented me with a note from Stanley Fredkin, the folklorist I met in the Old Eel House. Fredkin claims to have found a way to escape Arkham and has invited me to his house, number 39 on Main Street. So, here. Question is there another way in? Is there something it wants me to actually click on? Save for choking vines. Yeah, it's the same one again still. So if that's not where he actually wants me to go, or unless there's like a, you know, save for the. Doesn't seem to be anything about the building to get in. I know there's a bunch of boards and stuff that are in here. What else do we have for besides finding the murderer, who the other guy we found? Oh, that's right, the private detective in the room. And we also need to pry up the floorboards in there as well. But that means he's gonna make us pay to go up there again. So I don't want to end the day until we're actually resting. But that kind of like leaves me out. Oops. So we'll go back in. Is it a private detective here, or do I actually have to go up? Probably this guy. No, nope. The armless one. There we go. A bulky man with a missing arm is occupying one of the grimy tables at the Old Eel. It appears he is struggling to drink his troubles away, but the pain written on his face tells a different story. He ceases his agonizing for a short while to glance over at you. I have no plans to share the table, pal. Find yourself another spot to collapse, alright? Are you Detective Williams? You seem troubled. I have things to do. Goodbye. Well done, you found me. You must be a detective too. He exhales deeply with a pained look on his face. What do you want from me? I'm also investigating Arkham Stabber. I'm interested in your last case. You're asking me the last thing I want to remember in this world. I lost a fucking arm over that psycho murderer. Silhouettes at you, shouts at you while struggling to open his whiskey bottle one-handed. Get lost. Open the bottle for him. What would change your mind? What happened to your arm? Look, I'm willing to finish what you started. I need information. What could change your mind? Do I fucking look like I want to discuss this? He looks at what remains of his severed limb. Do you know how it feels? The pain you can cope with, if you're lucky. But the itching, the damned itching never relents. So that's the real hell. Have you ever tried itching a part of you that ain't there anymore? No. No. Oh, there's a schizophrenia kicking in. Not yet, but it sounds like a challenge. Oh, the eel? He's just a fish. That's good, because let me tell you something. You can't. Now leave me be so I can properly mourn over, you know, all the things I like to do with my right hand. Maybe I can help with your condition. Better go. What can you do? I've heard people calling this phantom pain. How can you heal a non-existent arm? Can't you just drink like an ox and forget the pain? What about finding your wooden arm? You think I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, you buffoon? If you're serious about helping me, talk to Richter at the pharmacy. He's the closest thing we have to a doctor now. God help us. I'll be back. Tired of this later. I'll be back. Well, hopefully Richter has a quest for me, because I don't got that much money left on me. And I need to pay for, okay, I got 244, but I still need to pay for a room. That's another 40. Another 40 cigs right out the window. I need all the cigarettes I can get. My insanity is still showing me something hiding behind the... How can old Richter help you with your needs? You happen to own something that would help the symptom called phantom pain? He thinks about your request for a while. Actually, I have an old dusty mirror box in the back. It comes in handy once in a while. He winks at you. 30 cigs and it's yours. There you go. The man disappears for a while and returns with the box in hand. Here you go. The comfort this thing provides, I would equate to giving a flower to a dead person. Another thing. We'll see about that. Mirror box. A box with 2 opposing mirrors inside. The wooden box with a mounted mirror inside helps alleviate the symptoms of a condition called phantom limb pain. Does it though? Does it though? Alright, so for a quick review for this for you, Stormpike. We are in the town of Arkham, which is a classic thing that Lovecraft always mentions in his books. And the entire town was taken to a Lovecraftian horror place that was called, that's something about like the shadow event or the day of the darkness or something like that. So we're all trapped in this eldritch hell where everything is rotting and the vines are growing and like all this all over the place. There's cultists around and the local mob has taken over the whole city. So all these armed guys you see, they're the local mob who took it all over. And we're just someone who is trapped here. Some guy that has been appearing to a bunch of other people with a blank face is starting to give me clues and has appeared to other people as well. That's what we're investigating. And hopefully trying to find a way to get either ourselves or maybe the entirety of Arkham out of what eldritch hell we're in. And so far my partners are me. I'm a detective. I named it after an old World of Darkness character from one of Fire's D&D games, or World of Darkness games. We've got the wife of a man who appeared in my dream and is also looking for the same no-face man. And then we have a person or maybe something that's not a human being that has magical powers, who the town were about to kill and we saved. He is no idea about him, but he was also looking for the same faceless man, so I recruited him. And then I have this other guy who's just a hired gun. He's just a hired gun. I have to pay him like 20 cigarettes a day or something like that to keep him, which isn't that bad. He ceases his agonizing for a short while to look over at you. Have you found a way to make the pain go, or are you just stalling me off? This should help you with your pain. He placed the mirror device on the table and adjusted to display a symmetrical reflection of Vulcan's intact arm. See from his face that the persistent tension that's been bothering him is already fading. Give him some time to get himself together. That feels much better. The itch and it's gone. How strange the brain can be deceived with such a simple trick. Thanks, sir. Much appreciated. Tell me about the Arkham Stabber. Let's have a deep breath. So you want to know about the Stabber? Your choice. You still got 4 limbs after all. He forces himself to continue. Or to concentrate. When I was on the case, Stabber was targeting mob members. And naturally, this got the attention of Waxface. If you kill the king's men, the king comes after you, right? The Stabber was a threat to his authority. Somewhat pissing in his backyard. So his men hired me to find the killer. He wants to preserve his image of invincibility? That's understandable. Where did you start? With the victims. What were their names? What were their names? He clumsily pulls out an old notebook and finds a torn page inside. Salvador and Abel. No one important. Foolish, fresh recruits for the mob, that's all. Then I looked into how they were killed, and that proved interesting indeed. The wounds all pointed to one thing, a sword, and the big one with a broad blade. Pierced those fellows dozens of times, until they were human colonists. I've seen a lot in this profession, but that was ferocious. As you proceed after that, please go on. Strong stomach. I've seen Julian, and I can say that he was more holes than a corpse. With difficulty, Wilkins retrieves a cigarette from his pocket, and with a surviving hand, then throws you a cautious look. Now, don't get me wrong, buddy. But in this business, even a small misinterpretation can mean punishment. And in Arkham, this punishment is almost always a horrible death. So for now, I'll keep what I know to myself. Come back when you have some information of your own, and we'll talk about these things, alright? Alright, I'll be back when I know more. Okay. Alright, so now I need to find even more clues. Also, I need to find out how the hell do I get in this house 39? Like, he's literally told me where to go. And it's right here. But there's nothing that just doesn't tell me the same description for the house. There must be something else. And I've already clicked on the garbage cans. So there must be something around here. Anyway. Yeah, this is that spooky guy who keeps appearing at the edges of the house. Let's see, does she have anything else again? Nope. Alright, so I have the antiquities. So we have this Cthulhu statue. Then there's this person who's holed up in their house. You got the kids playing over there. This guy we don't want to talk to yet, because we don't have what he's looking for. And this thing is still hiding out here. I just wish I could do... I want to do something more before I just end the day. That is instantly saved. A faded advertisement still clinging to the side of the rundown building is for Zest, a popular brand of cigarette known for its blend of authentic Turkish tobaccos. More cigs. Alright, so let's talk about cigarettes. He's still just dead there. They drew the symbol. I already clicked on that. There's nothing more about him directly. Yeah, we already did that from the broad blade. Just him. These guys are still hanging out over here. You again? What do you want now? Can't a man drink himself to death in peace? Slurps his moonshine, spilling over his shaggy beard. I want to help you. Tell me what happened to you. Bring me a shot of Richter's morphine, if you insist on bantering with this pathetic waste of a soldier. Soldier? Are you really a soldier? That's not the kind of aid I had in mind. You need rehabilitation, not Richter's damn poison. If it will get you to talk about your problems, here you go. Give him a shot of morphine. Ah, yes. Takes a deep breath and exhales slowly. It all began after I met Gwen Robin by a former... You know, being a poor cobbler's son, I was obligated to put bread on the table, and that's why I joined the guard, for the extra paycheck. Hailing from even poor Arkham family, Gwen was working as a wireless operator at the base. Boy, whew, she had it. Blonde, nice figure, with teary eyes. Oh, how I miss our little escapades. But everything went to hell when she had to quit her job due to some family issues back home. I was shaken and broken, but I had to continue with my training, knowing not that was worse yet to come. Then the footsteps of the apocalypse. Cases of mass hysteria, arson, mass murders, power shortages, you name it. National Guard was called into active duty and I was stuck being a full-time soldier. Licks his lips. As I was getting to the end of my rope physically, Gwen's last letter proved to be the final blow. He said we had to break up. That she couldn't here to see me again. No reason, no explanation. Nothing. He struggles to continue. The old Jeremy Parsons died, then and there. But despite the profound sadness I felt, I forced myself to see her again one last time. So I just escaped from the base by hiding inside an Arkham-bound logistics truck. That is what it means to be human. We're social creatures. The lonelier we are, the more desperate we get. No need to fuss over such an insignificant sentimental attachment. Nothing good ever lasts. You abandoned your post, huh? So much for honor and duty. We went to Arkham. What happened next? All right, let's see. Do I have any schizophrenia? Yeah, we got some schizophrenia. AWOL, AWOL, AWOL. So you went to Arkham. What happened next? Fussed over. Yeah, we're social creatures. Yeah. If that was meant to comfort me, then thank you, sir. But I believe that I failed my duty to this country by holding my personal issues above the safety of our land. No soldier. I'm a hypocrite at best. AWOL, AWOL, AWOL. So, do you still aspire to be a freedom fighter after all? With a bitter heart. I could if we only still had a country to protect. After coming to Arkham, I quickly realized that I had to avoid detection, so I disguised myself in civilian clothing and buried my uniform somewhere. Then I went straight to Gwen's address. There was nobody in the house. Even their coffee cups are on the table. They were gone. It's as if she vanished and never even existed at all. I lost track of her since. I asked around, but only met hostility and apathy. Oh, what a short-sighted fool I'd been. Hangs his head in shame. I'm sorry about that, Jeremy. We all experience bitter loss. Still do. I hope you find her someday. Apparently, this is a case where passion outweighed prudence. By no means ideal for your analytic mind. I can't come up with a valid reason why I wasted these minutes listening to your mundane story. He's too woozy to comprehend your insinuation, and snares you vacantly before continuing. You seem like a good man. Here, hands you a picture of a blonde woman. This is Gwen. You ask around for her? Maybe you could do better than I did. Sure, I'll do my best. Thanks, sir. Bye, Jeremy. What do we have here? Oh, we just had the Wilkins note. Hold up. Bureau of Investigation. The victims, Salvador, immigrant, recently joined the mob. Abel, not from Arkham, chosen by the mob for his size. Okay. This woman's poem. There we go. Portrait of a young blonde woman, plainly dressed and posing chastely. Written on the back is, "To my chic with love." You guys have anything on you? No, nothing on you guys. Fine. Always hanging out there. I mean, this guy just appears behind everything now. Anything else I want to actually sell? I don't think so. He doesn't even want like the baby rattle, which is weird. You'd think that that'd be junk he would want. Some may call this junk, but I call it treasure. Oh, here, this house 39, not the other house 39. All right, I found it. The door seems to be sturdily locked for a typical building in Arkham with such decrepitness. Knock on the door. You hear approaching footsteps with a blunt, unearthed voice is heard from behind the door. Who's this? Mr. Fredkin is expecting me. Hey, boy. You hear the clinking of the lock and the door creaks open to let you in. Glad to see you. This way. You are hungry and that is not good. Hunger reduces some of the statistics. There are 3 stages of hunger before your character enters starvation. Mild hunger. Okay. A human character in your party automatically consumes a ration in a predetermined time interval. The only edible food source left in Arkham is canned food. All the canned food that you acquire throughout your journey is transformed into basic rations in your inventory. Alright. Do I really not have any more left? I guess I have to actually craft it in the food. Alright, hold up. So that we're not going hungry. Even though I just got in here. Hey Bellathor, you happen to have some food on you? Kerosene. He's got some canned spaghetti. Okay. I also need salt. So I can make some food out of the tainted meat that I have, but I don't think he has salt on him. I got some processed opium. Anything I want to trade him for the 30? I want to save some of these other supplies for now. Yeah, guess we will. Okay, now we're not hungry anymore. How many? So we have 2 cans of food. Okay. We will need to be buying more. The coat hanger has probably seen busier days. The dusty grandeur of Ephraim Dorsal's 1882 work Perseverance was genuinely replicated in this otherwise overambitious forgery. The forgery of Geoffrey Larry Semptons, the early Puritans of New England going to church, displaying a devout community heading to worship. Don't mind me. Oh no, it's locked. Hey, don't tempt these guys. They probably would eat the cigs. Mr. Stanley would also... What was that? He's constantly staring, making him lost a bit of his color. Okay, whatever. Hey, now you're suddenly in a chair, huh? Judging by the bottles of expensive imported European liquor, Stanley was no teetotaler. The table is covered in disorganized heaps of cables, machine gear, electronic receivers, a microphone, and an odd glass case. This wooden tribal totem depicts a winged, 6-legged mythological being from Himalayan folklore. Judging by the contents, the shelf contains the personal notations of Stanley Fritkin, one of which contains his reflections on the phenomena associated with the simple country folk. Stanley has recorded anecdotes of his travels to the Kingsport, Dunwich, and Innsmouth on this map, tracing the route he followed prior to his arrival in Arkham. See Stanley sitting in the dark, looking pale and devoid of his former energy. As annoying as it was, he begins to whisper in a disconforming tone, though you can't place just what it is bothering you about his voice. Welcome, sir. Thanks for coming on such short notice. Forgive my threadbare appearance. My studies have left me completely exhausted. Honestly, I ought to rest and recover. But I am so close to finding a way out. So close, it is worth testing the limits of this shell of flesh and bone. Seems you solved the situation with the rustic-looking man. This was the way out you mentioned before. Why wouldn't you discuss this even before? Oh, yes, yes. It was minor nuisance. He serves me well, within his rather limited ability, of course. Now you know how to leave this place? Why wouldn't you discuss this with me before? Precisely. It is past time I leave this filthy nest of apes behind me forever.
But as you can see, my ill health won't allow me to complete my work. I also have serious doubts that my current assistant is resourceful enough to aid me in the last stage of the process. This is where I come in. What are all these machines? Like your interest was in folklore. Knowledge takes many shapes, my friend. You will learn many things when we are on our way to the stars. But you need my help first, right? See what I mean? I need quick reasoning and a practical mind like yours to finish the job. Help me complete my work, and you will accompany me. The only other person privileged to do so. Far away from this whirlpool of primal vibrations. How are you planning to get out of here? Do. Right to the point. I like that. A few essential parts are needed to complete my research. A long-wave radio transmitter, an electrical conductor, and some formaldehyde. These items are the last thing standing between us and infinity. You should have worked on selling advertisements. Tell me where to go. Infinity? When close my eyes, I can feel it calling. Let's go, Stanley. Unfortunately, you have to do this part on your own. My friend Richter at the drugstore would be a good place to start. Debauched as he may be, but he seems to have the skills to aid us in this final place. However, Richter, I have some questions. Fortunately, my illness dictates that I rest now. We'll talk more later, friend. Okay, so he instantly lost all of his personality and now he's different. So if this isn't someone else sitting in a fucking chair pretending to be him, I don't know what is. The formaldehyde should be easy to get from the, what you call it, probably. The pharmacist. Okay, yeah, we're hitting exhaustion. We need to go to bed. It's good because we also need to go into that room for whatever's underneath the floorboards. The floored boards. The floorboards. Let's see. I wonder if anyone here has information on the guy who got stabbed right outside. Who are you? Name's Joe Clements. That's Mr. Clements to you. I am someone you shouldn't be curious about. Former jeweler from the Cortellinus. Currently fucking grocer of Arkham. Cortellinus? You live in a cave or something? The ruling family of Chicago. Barons of the underworld. I see. Now, you buying or should I ask Charlie to make you leave? I'm buying. Yeah, so I can get more food from him. And he has all the guns and everything else. Does he want like the baby rattle? No. He doesn't want that stuff either. Huh. Okay. A balaclava. Toolbox, copperhead whiskey, bootleg whiskey, more thread and everything. We got plenty of bullets since I haven't gotten to any more combat yet. I still don't know if I should get a sledgehammer or an axe or a shovel to try to get through that one of those boards, but I don't know if that's how the game works or not. Kind of running low on money now. But we're gonna need a... Oh, he increased by 2%. Dick. Alright, so we're gonna drop another 40. Explore the thing and see what we get.
Typical Arkham resident. Tired and decrepit looking, he looks at you uneasily. What stayed intact in this part of town? Not much as you can see. There's an old alehouse that you're looking for a few drinks and a roof over your head. And if you're planning a roof over your head, and if you're planning to numb yourself, Rich's drugstore is the place. Fine, you'll be fine if you stay away from the Marsh warehouse. I'm sure you'll know better than to hang around near the grandfather altar. Tell me about the warehouse. I know that it used to be run by the Marsh family of Innsmouth. We've been hearing that the place was being used for bootlegs and sorts. Only ghouls occupy it now, beasts that run flesh from your bone. What do you know about the Marshes? What are those ghouls that you mentioned? Never seen one with my own eyes, but I've seen what they can do to people. They say they are dog-like demons, feral parodies of man. They creep out of the dark and prey upon us. You can hear their eerie howls at Arkham. What do you know about the Marshes? Not much. I know that they are the ruling family of Innsmouth. Their great-grandfather, Obed Marsh, was an important figure in the town's past, I reckon. Reclusive, weird folk, the Innsmouthians. Alright. Rest in the attic. 40 cigs, just dropping my cash. Now, it's supposed to be. There's the board. Hey guys, you mind moving over here for a moment? Thank you. Here's his pocket watch. Alright, we got his watch. Fitted by a cross motif, the exquisite golden watch bears inscriptions: Nunquam derelicere tus pesario. Or Surpueso. Alright, let's do our nighttime activities. So, what we're going to do for ourselves, we'll do occult research. Find out what that does. For him, we don't have anyone else to do medical research, so we'll have him do general. Yeah. That we're investigating that. We've got 2 left, so we can do psychological treatment. Everyone seems pretty full. In fact, I've got more than my total, so I don't need to do that. So I could do some reading, or I could do keep watch. And she can do scientific research. Oops. General, see if she's anything we can get, and reconnaissance. And nothing that she can actually read. Okay. Was uninterrupted. No health sanity recovered because she was already full. Made to discover scientific blueprints, ringing electric sensor. Investigated the surroundings for reconnaissance area. No health was gained. Made a discovery in the medical research formula. Processed opium. Okay. But how are we doing with? We are almost ready to level up. Okay. I just have schizophrenia, haven't removed that yet. But it's given some fun dialogue choices, so who am I to complain? The cook is dead, only serving cans. Ooh. Alright, in we go. That's too ominous to not go in. Oh, hello, cultists. The heavily scarred man who is conducting the ritual abruptly turns to you like a scared predator caught in a trap. Soon after, you come to realize this man must have been condemned to some other kind of torture that ultimately crippled both his flesh and soul. After making a heathen hand gesture, the man speaks with a voice that can only be described as disturbingly loud whisper. They sent you to bring me back, cult dog. They think Krug is still the easy meat he used to be. One step closer and Brazel, Thar Anu shreds you into 1,000 pieces. You can feel a ruinous power emanating from the broken man. I have no idea what's going on here. You dare to summon a demon? Have you ever been warned about the hazards? I'm not planning to bring anybody anywhere soon. All that man ever did was to cripple me, take away my potential, and reduce me to this. Looks at you in an abused and naked body, scarred everywhere with esoteric symbols. This husk? You think my infernal guests can do me worse? Never mind, my guest. You know what I'll do after I'm done with you. I'll send your charred corpse as a painted parting gift to your masters, so they can learn to leave Krug alone. The tortured man starts to make convulsed movements, with whispering in an alien tongue. The rising tension in the air is undeniable. Stop! I serve the master. Nobody sent me here. Wait, maybe somebody did. Sometimes I hear voices in my head and they tell me to go places. After a brief surprise, his pained eyes scan you cautiously. Make yourself known, or I'll let the black worms devour your eyes. I'm Ashley Watt, and black worm spaghetti is not among my favorite dishes. Actually, I don't even like it. Too wormy for my taste. I'm Francis Deralingi. Enough of your bluffing, scarred man. The man calling himself Krug tips his head to one side as if listening to an invisible advisor. My guest does not see the mantle of lies on you. This means you may live for a few more minutes. Oh, thank you for granting me the chance to consider the value of my life instead of allowing me to look at it into retrospective. It's a privilege. You think I would take the risk of letting you go? All of a sudden, the man falls into a violent spasm, seemingly the result of extreme pain. Ah! I'm waiting for that to change. Yeah. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Ignoring you, Krug concentrates on breathing deeply for a while before he could whisper again. I cannot let you go. No one seeing me on this side of the river may live. Krug winces again as if his pain has returned to show him it is not going anywhere soon. Look, you're in serious pain. I could bring you all kinds of sedatives. Can't we find a solution we both of us live? I want to live, mister! I still have an utterly agonizing, nightmarish journey ahead of me. Please! I concur. Let's keep this short. Once again, Krug starts making disturbingly semantic movements until his attention is caught by something you cannot see. Now the tortured man is conversing with thin air in a strange, whispering tone. Who is the entity? I think I saw something when I entered the room. Krug ignores you, lost in feverish discussion. When he comes to a conclusion, he turns to you again. There may be a way. I'm sure it includes doing blasphemous things. I'm listening. Barazel Farug Anu knows an old curse. It is called Verba Derelictia. It was once used on spies and assassins as a precaution in case they get caught. The one who carries the Verba Delictia cannot even mention the name of the caster, and if the curse is pushed to their limits, as in an interrogation, they simply... He clears his throat. Die. How reassuring. What if I refuse? Ha! Like pressing a button! I like how easy life has become in America! It was you who trespassed in our domain.
And as your host, me and Barazal Tharg Anu have the final say. Cursed or dead. Well, we could find another solution. I won't accept this move toward. We can find another solution. While you were trying to talk up some sense in the scarred man, he's already whispering in Magnus Latin. Upon the touch of an ice-cold drop right in the middle of your forehead, realize the curse has been inflicted. And have I told you the spell is also quite quick to cast? You see Krog smile for the first time. But don't put on the sackcloth and ashes, my friend. We can be real allies now. And in that time you may discover that a warlock and a demon can come very handy in a town that's gone to hell. We'll see. I'm curious about some things, however. I won't forget this. Now that I got my curse, but I got some things, however. Rogue seemingly seems to be in agony. And if you're unsure, it's because of his reluctance to endure your questions or byproduct of his condition. Okay, I can see it in the statuette. Greg examines the old figurine. Of course! That is a representation of Cthulhu, or the Grandfather, as the cult calls him. The sheiks of the cult have been telling us that they could feel its presence nearby. I even heard that a band of cultists actually saw His Majesty in full glory, rising on the horizon. I have also heard that they were found. Almost all of them were dead, the smiles of all permanently fixed on their faces. And they tell that the surviving acolyte was saying just one thing. Oh, beautiful doom. Who's your infernal guest? Would you like to barter? I mean, no offense. Barter? As long as you have something to take away my pain. I have stolen some tomes and manuscripts from the cult before making my escape. Some of the volumes I studied thoroughly. I do not need to open them anymore. Dream Jade. Nothing on that, just the Jade. Some human skulls. And Manuscript Los Loa, Spirit of the Alrazi, Blood Circle. Are these just spells? Manuscript. I assume you studied them for spells. Also, did I learn what I still don't know what the bad part about that is, huh? Okay. Manuscript Eli. Serving in the city of Eli was a curse common to many ancient. No, he'll trade that for 75, sure. Not even if it has a spell, who cares? I'll take your money. I need money. I need to get my money back up. Thank you, Mr. Cultist. I'll be using you for information for now. Well, let's get my other prize. Oh, it looks like everyone leveled up. We also need to find, I'm assuming, the last remaining cultist. Oh. Alright, the cults finally showed up. Oh, they're probably coming for our guy here, because the cult's looking for him. But now that I have his item, now they've shown up. The blood and soul of this withered wretch is an insult to his god. Just finish him and leave his corpse to rot. No! I needed him for a reward. How dare this thing I foresaw happen. Horror witness, and they lost. So I guess I might as well do the level up. The 2 skills. We're gonna keep bumping up my investigation. Making ends meet with minimal resources. I don't think any... No, I think someone else has survival. So we'll hold off on survival for myself for one.
What's the other investigation right now? Or psychology. Then we can... Snapshot. Requires level 3 firearms to... Faster pistol attack that costs 1 less action point at the expense of a small shooting penalty. More health. Natural defense. Range crit. Ult research. Health gain from medical items. If an artifact is equipped, critical failure is -1. Spellcraft. Melee crit chance. Better prices. +1 physical defense. Increased panic resistance. +1 to maximum +2 to maximum sanity. And 2% critical success chance. Increased panic resistance. Supernatural resilience. Take that. That helped the one lady. She has survived, but I have put no points into that for her. Silence, melee, athletics. So she's got the 3 firearms, which is fine. Let's get her science up as well. And we'll pump her guns even more. And mysterious dodge, +1 to physical defense. Medicine, melee, occult. Getting melee and medicine, because I don't have those in anyone else. Outsider is less likely to be engaged by enemies. Outsider shreds also inflict sanity damage and carry a small chance of making the opponent lose action points. Reaches spellcraft. Hollow touch, sure. I want him to be targeted just like everybody. Oh! Yeah, I got the curse. Okay, yeah. By Krog, acting as an omen of your certain death, least you speak his name. He's not dead yet. Quick, give me my reward. Cornelius lies bleeding on the cold, besmirched ground, and waves of agony convulse his body. Riddled dispietously, he perhaps would have already given up his last breath, but for your timely arrival. Yep, yep. Gagging on his own blood, he can hardly walk.
You've come. Thank the good Lord. But my time is up, I'm afraid. Listen to me. The watch is of no use to me anymore. I've lived for and I'm about to die for my convictions. Come to think of it, I don't regret it. I was tired of living like a rat anyway.
Coughs up blood.
You can keep my watch, but promise me this. You're going to use it for something you believe in.
Very well, Cornelius. I'll do what I can. I promise on my honor that you will, that your goodwill shall not be abused. You paid the price for running your mouth, Cornelius. Goodbye. I cannot be involved in your affairs any longer. Very well, Cornelius. I will do just that. I promise on my honor that, goodwill shall not be abused.
That's good too.
With his dying breath, he struggles to utter his last words. But his broken body has had enough. The quiver, the last, but a moment, he finally dies. Alright, loot him. Nope, never mind. Bearing witness to the brutal stabbing of Cornelius has planted you in a concrete idea about the consequences that may await those who get marked by Arkham's new ruling elite. Oh, so that just played a number on my mental sanity. Okay, so besides the formaldehyde, I want to talk to these guys again. We need to talk to the bum and the guy in blackface. Do some pantomime yourself in return. Observe the man's behavior, psychology. As you watch him continue his bizarre show at the expense of his dwindling physical health, patterns of severe self-punishment are revealed. A deep sense of guilt may have triggered this malady. Ha 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 ha. Who are you? Jokes erratically. Okay. Still doesn't end it. The pantomime. Laugh at him. That's just that still. Nothing new. I'm pretty sure the text insanity is from my schizophrenia. Or it's from low sanity, possibly. I think it's from the schizophrenia. I have increased mental resistance, but more likely to suffer from catatonic attacks. Don't know if that's true. All I know is those dialogue choices only started showing up after I got schizophrenia. I don't think I got any before I got that malady. I just ate more food. Just because I'm standing around, I'm eating food still. No, don't do it. Alright, what do we have for my journal? So, we got that. We just need to find more about the statuette. I suspect this Cthulhu's governing deity of the cult's pantheon, but I still don't know what I'm supposed to do with the figurine. Decipher the meaning of the poem. Don't know where that's supposed to be yet. That's the mainline one. So possible exit, which is talking to him. He wants us to find the conductor, the transmitter, and get the the formaldehyde. Find the identity of the Arkham Stabber. We still need to find our own information so we can go back to the detective. Go to the Essex Hotel and learn more about the victim, Julian. Alright. I guess I haven't gone in that hotel. And it's not this one. What I need to do is get through those boards and get to where those ghouls are and just run another dungeon for some extra loot and stuff. I swear to God, I went into the wrong 39 and this was the place I was supposed to go. And he's like, oh, you went to the wrong house, buddy. A skillful assembled scale replica of the Perseverance, a merchant vessel brought with the Pilgrim Fathers of the Land of Liberty. A spruce man in his 30s is standing by the reception desk of the dilapidated hotel. From his well-groomed mustache of a sharp suit, his significant self-esteem, that's hard to come by these days. Bonjour, monsieur. Under more normal circumstances, I'd be delighted to welcome you to the Essex Hotel, one of New England's preeminent establishments. The man pauses to clear his throat. Leaving aside the fact there is no New England anymore. But regrettably, I see that you are not one of the ladies and gentlemen approved by Monsieur Wax. I may only accommodate citizens who appear on the guest list. I need some information about a former guest, a young man named Julian. May I ask your name? How can I get on the list? Seems your approved guests are not especially respectful of the establishment. May I ask your name? Straightens his bow tie. I am Etienne Lafayette, a concierge of Hotel Essex. I have proudly performed this duty for more than 15 years. A note of heartbreak seeps into his voice as he says this.
I had also had to take on this role of manager after an unfortunate demise of Monsieur Phillips and of receptionist. We are a little bit understaffed these days, as you can see. I see. Gonna take your job pretty seriously. Monsieur, do you know what is worse than a town doomed to extinction? A concierge without a hotel. Essex is my life, and unless she kicks me out herself, I do not plan to abandon my responsibilities.
What happened to the previous manager?
Let's just say he chose the shortest route out of Arkham, Monsieur.
Clears his throat again and continues calmly.
Rat poison, along with Madame Phillips and the little ones. I do not recommend it. There were, you know,
Makes circular motions around his mouth.
red bubbles on their lips, like a poorly blended parfait.
Oh, really? Ah, that would surely taste funny.
Is there anything else we can ask with?
Clears throat impetuously.
The privacy of all guests is inviolable, Monsieur. I have not to admit the accommodations may have taken a slight downturn recently, but definitely not to that level.
He's gone to the heavens, stabbed individuals, you know. Julian was the most recent victim of the Arkham stabber. At the moment, he's a corpse lying in a filthy street corner. He's one of the heaven. He's gone to the heaven of stabbed individuals, you know.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Not quite unexpected, though. I find a dead guest in one of the rooms almost every day.
I need the information in order to investigate his murder. I'm a special agent assigned to the case by the Bureau of Highly Classified Affairs. I'm investigating the stabber murders. Investigate his murder. Etienne self-importantly straightens his bow tie before continuing.
If that is the case, I think I can make an exception.
He opens the hotel register and begins leafing through the pages.
Julian, no surnames given, checked in with 3 others.
He plays with his mustache as if trying to tease the information from it.
I remember those men coming back to the hotel. It was right before the Black Day. I recall I was suspicious of them right away. They did not at all seem the caliber of gentlemen we prefer here, moping about the lobby like clueless immigrants straight from the ship. But they paid for 2 king-size rooms in advance.
He continues looking through the register.
Sometime after the Black Day, though God knows how long, Julian and the other one with the Irish accent left the hotel. The others carried on here.
What are the names of the others you mentioned? Read their names. He reads them off.
Salvador, Abel, and Keelan. The late Monsieur Julian seems to have arrived with them.
Salvador and Abel. Those men were also murdered by the stabber. Which one had the Irish accent? May I inspect the room where Julian stayed? Another thing. Another the Irish accent.
I cannot remember, Monsieur, but if you were to guess, I would say Keelan. It's certainly the more Irish of the bunch.
May I inspect the room where Julian stayed? The net straightens his bow tie while looking away.
I would not recommend it, Monsieur. Carry-on Jack is currently residing in room 303, and I don't think he's planning on checking out anytime soon. He is celebrating the crime, what he did to Betsy Ross. Heartbreaking to think of it, as a reward for his service. Waxface granted Monsieur Carry-on with unlimited copperhead and 2 of his personal courtesans.
Betsy Ross.
You haven't heard of her? He clears his throat and continues in a sad tone. In the first months of Monsieur Wax's reign, a few of Arkham's bravest men and women, or dumbest according to some, openly defied the mob. They turned vigilante, masked guerrillas who risked their lives to bring back some hope to Arkham. These rebels were hunted down one by one until only Betsy remained, a fearless woman who wore Old Glory for her disguise. For months she showed the courage the rest of us lacked, and offered the hope and justice we all wished for, until Carrie and Jack shot her in the head and left her body to the ghouls. And that, Monsieur, is how hope finally died in Arkham.
Good to hear. Maybe any real
You burst into violent tears. I hope this is the worst of all evil. Hope is the worst of all evils. All it does is prolong man's torment. I see no bravery in fighting with the chance of winning. The name said Stygian had been playing since everything went downhill around here, monsieur. What is Copperhead? That's snake in the thing. A special whiskey the mob produces. They put the live copperhead snake inside the full bottle and the serpent bleeds its poison into the liquor while drowning. Clears his throat. I know it does not sound very tempting, but they actually drink it, monsieur, believing it will make them manly or something. Definitely not the vintage any respectable sommelier would recommend. Arian Jack drinks plenty of it. Naturally. In fact, he claims to be the copperhead drinking champion. He is dangerously boastful about it. Keep that in mind. Black reads, Nehemiah Crane, captain of the Perseverance. The captain's bronze likeness now overlooks scenes of reckless debauchery, in rueful contrast to how the pious man himself once set forth selflessly for the shores of the New World. We're going to do a save here. And then I'm going to go wander into the hotel and see if, like, shit goes down. Or if I'm allowed to wander. And then I told him, come on, girls, it's time to earn your cigs. Box is locked. The desiccated corpse who died crawling across the floor looks like he spent his last breath trying to defend his most precious possession. Yeah, well, I've got some lock picks, but I don't have anybody who can actually pick locks, so. Oh, hey, a shiv. You know what? I'll actually equip that to myself. I don't have a melee weapon. And it's got -1 handling, so it's easy to handle. And the derby hat. Even a storm of an earthquake couldn't have easily caused such destruction, but in these times, the reckless debauchery of the current lodgers can easily account for it. From a few stories up, one can better survey the scope of the havoc that stormed through Arkham. Thoroughly besmeared with soot and grime, this vanity table has fallen victim to the general decrepitude, fretting away at the once spotless features of this establishment. This box might contain special tools or other valuables, but right now it's guarded by a sturdy lock. Locked, okay. Manuscript of Alrazi, and sell that to the occultist for cash. Occultist robes, a note to Agatha. Some instructions on a handwritten note concerning some ceremonial robes. To Agatha. You shall not under any circumstance remove these garments from the place of storage, not even for cleaning. It's essential that you heed this instruction, where their untimely absence would create a seriously inconvenient situation. In consideration of my duties for tonight's ceremony, J. Oh, well, your ceremonies are now fucked, I guess. Rather unnerving occult symbol has been drawn on the floor of this filthy and disorderly room, constituting the evidence that its tenants could have had motives other than mere self-indulgence. You can hear someone, probably a man, sobbing behind the locked door. Person inside shouts, "Leave me alone." Oh, we now have cultist robes to disguise ourselves for later. Conversation request. As soon as you enter the room, the outsider gives you a cautionary look. As a creature who spent most of all his existence in such environs, I can say with complete certitude this place is haunted. Is there something specific I should be worried about? Whoever or whatever the entity bound in this room may be, let us hope we do not become the target of its wrath from beyond the grave. Good warning. Book of the Law, manuscript, blood simple. Figs and some bullets. Top hat and a gentleman's coat. Alright, let's see. Are these, I'm assuming these are just for my trench coat. Sure you don't want a regular hat? You want a hat, don't you, buddy? How could you not want one? Hands of shame. Alright, my guess is clicking on like that is going to make things annoying. A clinging dampness pervades the room, is embrittled in the frame of this environment, this enormous bed. Now, I don't think I actually have a... I don't think I actually bought a lantern yet. So I can't just illuminate it, because maybe that's what makes it mad. I get the area bright, but I don't have any of that, so we're just out. Coarse and burly man with a dangerous look in his eyes gruffly yanks the door open. From his grotesque features to his disturbing odor, everything indicates that he is the infamous Carrion Jack. And all pleased by your interruption. Who the fuck are you? I bring word from Waxface. Hello. Room service. Need to clean up. Just take a few minutes. Oh, sorry. Wrong room. The room is much cleaner and better repaired than the rest of the hotel. It doesn't take a detective to deduce that Etienne makes this place his own. Lockpicks, which I can't actually use. More keys to sell. And 2 doses of raw opium. Hey, well, just happens to know I self-made the instructions on how to process that opium. for more money. All right, so my guess is so I did see that there was a bottle of Copperhead for sale. At the store here. So I'm wondering if I buy it and then try to outdrink him, or if I poison it even further and he dies. Hey, I got him back down to 2%. Good. So yeah, I saw that they were selling. Here you go, Copperhead whiskey for 71. Oof. Here, take some clothes to even this out, please. Okay, so now I have that. Now the question is do I do anything to it, or do I just take it to him to do like a drinking thing? Well, we can always find out. Luckily, I do have other, I have those keys to sell at the other guy. Can be used to gain a moderate amount of sanity. Grants fearless state. Cannot be used in combat. Special deals 3 through 4 damage. This is a potent whiskey which may prove toxic when imbibed in large quantities. There's an actual dead copperhead snake flowing inside the bottle, the toxins of which produce a heavy buzz. Okay. So my guess is that he's going to already be drinking, and then he's going to have more of this, and that's going to be his doom, hopefully. Do a save. And we'll get him to drink more. Or can we not interact with that anymore? Did I blow it? Hope I didn't just blow it. You clicked on it once by accident. No, there we go. Okay. Alright, I bring word from Waxface. Man looks at you with bloody eyes. Then why the fuck haven't I seen you before? I knew that's why. I like to keep a low profile. Oh. Because I'm invisible, a cold-blooded invisible assassin. You never see me. Fucking liar. Beat it before I pull bullets in your head. Okay. You're dead. Alright, never mind. Oh, that's why I saved before this. You can use some environments objects in combat by clicking on them. Hey, how dare you shoot him? Hey, you stop trying to kill the outsider on me.
It's a good thing I have him still on me. Oh, hey, you're my hired muscle. What are you doing? Here, you focus. Now I know, let's see. How would you... Alright, so my quick spells. Evil Eye, a sickly gaze cast upon the enemy who suffers reduced combat capabilities and an increased chance of critical failures. Blood Circle. Yeah, Protective Circle. Caster turns her saliva into corrosive acid and spits forth onto the chosen target. 10 AP or 5 sanity points. We'll sacrifice 5 sanity to nerf him. And then we scratch him. Stop beating him. Okay, we did nerf his AP enough, so we actually hurt him pretty bad with that, which is good. Grazing him, but at least we're, hitting him with the graze. There's some good damage. Hey, stop attacking him, damn it. Julian's crumpled note. All. There we go. Oh, random ass guy appeared. Okay. I'm assuming this is going to be like just an even bigger fight now because everyone's just going to show up for this. Hey, Fire. Have any good fights? Or good matches? Did squirrels have fun? I found some more mystery answers. The guy who I met at the bar who talked about folklore stuff wants me to find him 3 things, and he's suddenly very sickly out of no reason. I got the pocket watch for the guy who was marked by the mob. The cult killed him instantly, and he told me to use his pocket watch wisely for a good thing. So I'll do that. I stumbled into this mob thing here, and my plan was to poison him, but I clicked on the door too many times, so I started combat by accident. I could always reload a save and not stumble into combat, but I mean, we're here. So might as well. Damn it. No! Stop hitting him. He's taking so much damage already. You stay down. Get shanked. Yes. Get him, my eldritch friend. Oh, okay. So these guys are just gonna endlessly appear, I guess. You beat his new Dustmore inject. Okay. 3-color mill discard command. Oh, I think I know. Yeah, the winter one. Yep. Okay, we'll keep doing this. I might have to just do this where we escape. I don't know. We'll have to see. If this just doesn't end. He did make a Valgavoth deck too? Okay. Not doing that anymore. Yeah, Valgavoth seems weird. Like, Valgavoth doesn't seem like it would be a good commander. Valgavoth seems like it would be a good card to be in the deck for later. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to... I think retreat's probably the best idea, because these guys just aren't... Like, they keep summoning more. I wonder how, like, far... Like, I assume I fight everybody here, since it's not ending anytime soon. And these guys are extra tough, I can tell. They're just not going the fuck down. Hey, welcome for the follow, local Porco. Or Porco, I guess. Alright, yeah. There's no way for me to get around this, huh? Can we? Yeah, they just went for a full blocking off of me getting out of here. Okay, maybe not anymore. So I've never... They said you can do a story escape. And I've always tried, but I guess it's just hitting retreat with every character on here. Like, because these guys only got 1 mark on their health. So, like, this guy's just not going the fuck down. I don't know... I really should, like, if this is the last wave, then I can get all of this loot. You know what? Fuck it. We'll give it a shot.
Hey, I finally got to the second mark. Jeez. No, stop hitting him. I need him. I need my best guy. No, stop shooting him. He's definitely about to die in any second now. No. Oh, I guess I can maybe have him use... Oh, he's going to go... Okay. So if I have him go into here... Oh, accessing inventory in the middle of combat requires 5 action points. Oh. Well, that sucks. I mean, I guess I could have him retreat, since it doesn't take any action points to do so. Alright, so that's 2 hits, and I'll have him run. Ah, damn it. Nice. Oh, did he bleed out? Fuck yes. Oh, it is 3 to shoot. Perfect. Alright, let's see if this is endless or not. Nice. Alright, if we can just take him down. Stop crit failing. That's twice in a row. Alright, that's the first real damage she's taken, so not that bad. Stop. Alright, you guys need to start hitting this asshole. Bruh. Ow. Yeah, I'm not going to survive much longer with shit like that happening to me. That's for all these damn grazes. I got him a rear attack and he's bleeding. Alright, I could get my character out of here. I don't know if that technically counts as a story. You know what? I'm gonna go defend. I'm risking it. This guy! Such defense on him, huh? Fine, we got him. Shank him to death. You
3 grazes in a row. Gotta be kidding me. There you go. Bullet in the back. Alright. Are more gonna spawn? Okay, this is truly endless. This is truly endless. Alright. Wait, that was fleeing from combat? That wasn't even a story runaway? What? Fine. We looted everything, though. That sucks. You've gained a level of angst. Angst is the black experience that you acquire as a result of the pain of suffering as you must endure in your journey. Dramatic events, violence, and stress cause your character to accumulate angst and points. When you eventually run into a level of angst, you will have to choose a defect which works at negative. Cool, thanks. Man, that wasn't even a story runaway. That was a forced runaway. Boo. Well, we got all the story points. Yeah, but now we're the enemy of the mob. Let's not save and see what happens. I want to keep a separate save file. Now, I've noticed that every time I hit save, it doesn't actually save on the right. Like, saving game just saves the game. But if I go to load, it pops open a whole bunch of... So, like, this holds a lot of different saves up here, so... Let's see what this just does. Are they gonna hunt us on the streets now? Yeah. Yeah, no, not a... Yeah, we're gonna have to reload the old save. Everyone hates us. Okay, yep, nope. Load this one. Now I won't accidentally click on the door too many times like an idiot and do the wrong responses. Alright, so... heard some things about you. Oh yeah? He reaches calmly for the 45 in his shoulder holster. His eyes carry the blackness of a shark closing on his prey. Like what? Like you bolt down a lot of copperhead. They say you got stamina. Like the man who executed Betsy Ross. You a copperhead drinker? I am, and a better one than you. More than that, I'm a fucking addicted to that poison. No, but I can still outdrink you. I am and a better one than you. Just look at this worthless son of a bitch who likes to play the tough. I'll have you spitting fucking blood, you know that? I've seen tougher men caught off in their guts trying to outdrink me. You can see that your challenge has put him in a good mood. I'm going to enjoy this. Alright, crack it open. Crack what open? The copperhead whiskey, idiot. You come to my door shooting your mouth off and expect to drink my poison? Show me the fucking bottle. There you go. Carrion Jack snatches the snake liquor from your hands, opens the bottle, and raises it towards you. To all the brave idiots of Arkham. Enter a drinking contest. Survival. I have some survival. Let's see how tough you are.
It seems you're one tough motherfucker. You gain some experience. Lots of cigs, some whiskey, pockets, ammunition, and the new pistol. Thank you. Hey ladies, how's it going? Are you here for the service? Nope. See, that's what my plan was from the beginning. Not the accidentally getting into a shooting war, which didn't actually work out that bad. We did kill 7 of them. Yeah, now I got a better gun. However, I need more ammunition for said gun. In fact, because I didn't do that giant massacre, that means I actually have all 60 bullets still. I actually didn't use any of them. Alright, so we've got our little Schultz shit revolver. But now we've got our good H&W Redeemer, 45. I only have 4 45 slugs though, so... that just means that all the 60 ammunition for here goes to her. Speaking of which... handling -1. Handling 1, so this is slightly harder to handle. 3 through 5, 2 through 4. But that does more damage. 3 AP, 4 AP. Optimal range 4. Optimal range 4. So same range, 1 less bullet. I don't know, might be better for her to keep the Aspera instead of going to the Schuts. Can't abandon. I mean, there are rifles. But no, I didn't go... This is Ashley. This isn't a strength build. He'd be a gun man. Alright, so I got my old gun you can have. You can take this other Copperhead whiskey. I'm not drinking it. Although it does give a big buff if I do drink it. What, you don't want cultist robes? How dare you? Alright, and then we need 45. All of it for 184. Alright, that's not that much. I mean, I do have this 38 I'm not really using. I don't have any specials. Yeah, and the rifles aren't going to be like, oh, we use this. So yeah, I can freely just sell this. Balance that out. There we go. And I'll take some food too. I also have some other things to sell as well, so I need to. This is just going to be a quick get my money. Oh, also I should read the note. Sounds like a smart thing I should do. Julian's crumpled note. My eternal light, Maria. My once thriving hopes have been dashed, leaving only despair. The shadow that devoured the city prevents us from reaching the outside world. We should never have come to this godforsaken place. I should never have said yes to this wicked deal. Please know that I did everything to have a better life with. Here, the neat script interrupted by angry scratches, Julian continues. What the hell is the point? I've written the same things again and again, but none of my letters will ever relieve Arkham. There they lay unread in the damned post office, where they will stay forever. Oh, sweet Maria, I will never see you again. Please forgive me. Alright, so go to the post office. Gotcha. Fishing supplies and stuff. Let's see if I can... I know I got the recipe for processing opium. Let's see how much it actually takes to do that. At the very least, I can just sell it for more. Blueprints. Green electric sensor. Need a conductor. I need that for something else anyway. Ringing electric sense for a bell. And the camera. Reduces the risk of getting ambushed while resting if it's in the inventory. Okay. Processed opium. We need the raw opium and organic compounds. Then the Molotov. Okay. And then for the mystery meat, I still need some salt. Hey, you don't happen to have salt on you, huh? Chemistry set. Nerve tonic. Restore sanity. Yeah. I can get salt. I don't know how much I actually need. I can do 1 salt. See what that does. I can get 1 organic compound. Now, the silver watch... Yeah, Cornelius's watch we're not selling. Three AP, 3 action, and panic immunity. Or just money. Thank you. Now we go here. Create ourselves some mystery meat. Yum, yum, yum. 3 rations. Sweet. That's actually a pretty good trade. And we'll process some opium. So we might be able to use that processed opium to make more drugs, but let's see if we sold him it. Oh, also here for formaldehyde. I forgot about this part of the quest, yeah. Formaldehyde? What are you planning to preserve? A lifeless fetus, perhaps? Forget it. Who am I to question others' questionable pursuits? The truth is, I don't have any formaldehyde. It's a bit out of my field. Or I can get some. Let's see. The main component for formaldehyde turns out to be methyl alcohol. There should be a pretty high methyl alcohol output at the distillery because of that charlatan wheat's crude distilling methods. If you can get me the methyl alcohol from the mom's distillery, I guess I can make you some formaldehyde. For a price, of course. And at last I can preserve my dead fetus in the back decently. Just joking. Or am I? Where's the distillery? To the east of the riverside. Here, let me show you on your map. Alright, I'll be back with the methyl alcohol. Alright, cool. So I might actually have unlocked a thing. Also, sell for stock. The raw opium sells for 15. The processed, let's go for 1, is for 24. So it increases the price by 9, processing it. So maybe if I process it into a full drug, it'll make me even more money. Basically, that's... I'm not going to use the drugs for in-game reasons. No. I'm using it for more money. The real in-game reasons. Also, I think I can, save. Nope. So yeah, I got 27 bullets. We're using the new weapon. Alright, so now I have another place I can travel. How else am I doing right now?
Oh, sure. Didn't he also... Wait, did I miss something? Did he actually have another dialogue box? I think I wanted to click on that, and I just passed over it. Radio transmitter. There you go. A transmitter? It won't be easy to find such a delicate machine part in Arkham. He continues after a short pause. I would try the French Hill streets, though. I heard a man called Demestru resides there. It's Lady D! Dumitresque lives there. Yes, let's go. We're gonna meet. We're gonna go to Resident Evil 8 now. I know that's her name. If he is the person I think he is, that may be your best bet. I'm listening, senor. Oh, I didn't mean to click on you. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, my friend. Alright, yes, we need to go to the occultist. Haha, tricked you there. We have these spells, but I kind of don't care about them, and that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to just, you know, just like, yo, just give me that. There you go. Now I got some stacks. Now we don't just have some packs of cigarettes. We got some cartons going. But we're not done yet. Hello, eyeball person who's been standing there staring at me still. How's it going? I intend to consummate the dying wish of a person who fell victim to the cult. Oh, interesting. Out of all the possible things you could be wished for in this world or the next, did this person specifically entreat you to pester me during my studies? It would rather be becoming of a nuisance to me. Your endearing nature never fails to draw me near your humble shop, Isidore. It's not hard to grasp by the mob leaves you alone. You're an expert in deterring what little business you have, I'll give you that. I'm up to my elbows redacting the atrocious translations of Sefer Razal Halamalaka. So could you just state your business and leave me be? I intend to challenge myself with a prominent work of rational thought. I crave the work of an astute scientific mind. As opposed to this knickknackery, my fondness for the intrinsic traits of the mind. Well, I'm doing one. It's odd that in spite of all these current anomalies that lie beyond one's ken, you still pursue the path of reason. If I can't see how this zeal of yours has anything to do with consummating the will of the deceased. It was his final request that I use his watch for something I believe in. He bequeathed his keepsake to me that I might use it in accord with my own convictions. Dying man bequeathed this heirloom to me, and I intend to trade it for something special. Now let's see with keeping with what he asked for. Let's see if we stick with that. Quite the idealist, his fallen soul must have been, and equally charitable in his ways. A rare breed in this foul pandemonium. Let me see. Leans over the item with the jeweler's loop. Isidore scrutinizes the watch for a few moments. It's evident that the hapless victim his heirlooms captured his attention. It's handmade, 24-karat gold plated, and it is of near impeccable craftsmanship. There is an inscription, V. Ricoletti, leading me to conclude that it is Italian. Could be 100 years old, still ticking away gracefully. I see that your person has exquisite taste. May have just the item to commemorate his memory. Drifts through the objects in the glass case, then through the cabinets, and as he's about to give up, he spots it. Aha! There it is. Studies in Logic.
edited by none other than Charles Sanders Peirce, the famous logician who propounded almost 50 years ago that Boolean functions could be implemented in electrical circuits. The binary logic of his pragmatism is too tad reductive for my own inquiries into the truth, but it's a sign of the times that might serve you well. If you're lying to me, know that there will be no shortage of space in Genoam. Sounds like you made a deal. Don't think about it. Another thing. Made a deal. He blows the dust off the cover of the weighty book, hands it to you, then places the watch inside the glass case. It was nice doing business with you. Now, if you will allow me, I have a long and complicated text to decipher. I actually have other things to do with you as well. Sorry. You're not getting off that easy. Let me see your wares. I got some keys that you might be interested in. I have a useless one and another useless one. Or, sorry, I got a useless and a junk one. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so I already have the Origin of Species, which reading these texts regains my sanity. So, the Book of Law. When in the throes of esoteric vision, the work established Crowley as a controversial figure, and then studies of logic, a leading academic work and probability of logic and their pragmatism. Alright, so I'm assuming reading this... Oh, awards the reader with a skill point in science. Oh, okay. Because I know reading some of these gives me sanity during nighttime activities. Okay, so each of these books, they weren't for a better book to read to increase my sanity. They were for skill points. Okay. I guess there's no way to, like, if I went to, like, actually, no, I guess there is. I go to her, right? Maybe it's probably a nighttime activity. That's what it is. Not for here. Now, was the mail house here or somewhere else? Doing that, that's the ghost that's hanging behind there, or ghoul, whatever the hell that is. This may be the person, or one of these people may be the people who have, because this feels like a place to go. Like, this guy just doesn't speak. And now I have new actual places on the map to travel as well. So, blackface guy is just doing his shit. So, we're gonna head out. And the homeless guy just doesn't give me any other information anymore. That's just him again. Get out of here. Alright, so that was not the post office. Yeah, you got some cogs. Let's try this door. Maybe this is a door that I learned someone's name for and I can finally ring the doorbell and get inside. Ring the bell. Tell me suspicious voice, can I come in? No, okay, never mind. Oh sweet, more tainted meat. I can make some more rations out of that. Tasty, tasty rations. That's the drugstore. That's nowhere. That's the warehouse, which I still have to figure out if I actually can break that door down. I do want to do a dungeon. I do have like lots of bullets and stuff on me. And just fighting the entirety of the mob is not how I want to do about that right now. Alright, the bank. That's 39 where he needs the ingredients. That's the guy who sells junk. Here it is. Oh, more of these guys. And a ghoul, it looks like.
My flesh is yours. Your savagery. My flesh is yours. Don't mind us. Just looting everything before the combat begins. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go pee while it loads. Okay, so I don't think I haven't fought a ghoul yet, so I don't actually know how tough or weak or whatever this thing could possibly be. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. So pretty much most of us are going. No way to inspect things. Alright, so just gonna have to start off. So her preferred range with her gun is like 4. That should be good. And then I have lots of bullets. For her weapon of choice right now. Not that many for him. These guys aren't going to be that deadly right now. I don't know how bad the ghoul is, though. Let's save the... Oh, well, that was a lot better than expected. Alright, put that a bunch into defense, then. Alright, wasted their turn. Yeah, that's right. No bricks to my face today. Just because I saved you last time for taking a bunch of damage. Don't take that much damage now. Take her out in case she tries to get a turn. Hell yeah, let's go! Dodging champion. Alright, ghoul down. Takes 3 to shoot, so he has got 2 movement. Oh, don't go first. I guess. Alright, as long as he keeps missing, I'm fine. Never mind. Never mind, we're good. We are better than good. Yes, more meat. Alright, we need to get a lot more salt, apparently. Unsent letter, okay. Oh, never mind. I forgot you actually have to choose it, yeah. Grab everything else. And And we'll read his note. Do I really still have... I still got an angst, huh? I guess you just get it from getting in just in general. The loss and departure of companions and henchmen causes sanity loss. In such a case, the madness check value increases by 20%. Critical failure chances increased. Ew. An additional threshold of the character decreases. All future experience points accumulation will suffer a quarter penalty. At the absence of experience gain, the journal entries for a certain length of time sanity loss occurs. Oh, so if I don't gain experience or advance quests, I'll lose sanity. The loss of sanity caused by horror checks increases. Voice of Madness. Mania becomes active. If the character is afflicted with mania, the negative effects are more likely to emerge. Panic threshold decreased. Abstain from combat for a certain period of time causes sanity loss. And dialogues with companions suffer a drawback. Automatic disfavor. And a -2 sex appeal penalty. Lamau. Well, all of these are just awful. Let's go with the distracted. Gaining experience and not doing the main plot will make me gain more whatchamacallit. That seems... As long as I'm doing plot and gaining a little bit of experience here or there, that'll stop my sanity from just fucking tanking. I also might have to just drink some booze just to get my sanity back up. Although there are some other things better for that. Like you could actually just get something that just soothes nerves from the doctor. Health 1, sanity 1. We're drinking some fresh water as well. Needs examination. Are you telling me I don't have enough examination? You examine that. The communication equipment scattered around these desks are inoperative due to the power shortage, the absence of staff, and other vital deprivations. You're telling me the thing with the typewriter on doesn't have anything, huh? And I can't get a conductor from any of this bullshit? Lies. Or I guess I need more examination to be able to find this, whatever it might be. Alright, let's... I think that's the one I read. That's the note to Agatha about the robes, which I have now. Stanley Fredkin's note. Bank manager, Essex Hotel. Where's the page I just got? Dismal Man's poem, Wilkins' note. Note to Agatha. No, that's that again. It's not Julian's crumple note, because I already did that. Here we go. Julian's unsent letter. Found it. Leave it for that one. Alright, here, thank you. Thank you, experience. Out of my way. You know what? Fine. Just keep giving me experience and stopping my sanity from dropping, alright? My ever-shining light, Maria. I am writing to you from a godforsaken town called Arkham. I don't doubt that you're upset about how we parted ways, but please, baby, let me explain. The reason why I left without so much as a goodbye is because you have never believed me if I told you about the crazy hit we set our sights on. But with God as my witness, we made it, Maria. We really made it this time. You can't even imagine what kind of digs we are in right now. A ritzy hotel suite. Who would have thought that the bedraggled Boston rejects would lodge at the fanciest hotels, eat the best meals, and guzzle the best hooch? Certainly no one would go about a week ago. I'm talking about gold, Maria. Real, glittering gold. From now on, I swear you'll never have to work another damn day for the rest of your life. So say goodbye to your mop and apron. Better believe it, baby. We're richer than the Rockefellers.
Whatever kind of good-for-nothing lollygaggers I was, you never gave up on me all these years. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. But know that your lover has struck gold this time. I mean, literally. Miss you, my shining angel. I'll be in your arms very soon. Julian Perez. Alright, so he found gold. Gold in them there hills. But, and they're all dying, dropping like flies. They're all being killed by the murderer. Alright, that should be enough information for me to go back to the guy, the detective. Oh, look. Oh, I thought he was fuzzy and... Okay, never mind. Still haven't found out about his thing yet, though. That feels much better. The itching is gone. How strange. The brain. I already did that one. What about the Arkham Stabber? And naturally, he's got attention to Wax Face yet. Once invincibility understandable. I've seen Julian can say he was more holes. Already we've done this one. There we go. Okay. That's interesting. Wilkins lights a cigarette. Finally, we may have found the pattern. So these three came to the hotel together. The next question is, are they all dead? As far as I know, no. There's another named Keelan. A man named Keelan also mentioned in the register. Only one remains, Keelan. Then we can assume the murderers won't stop until this Keelan fellow gets some more breathing holes. Unless, with a puff of smoke, he adds a miniature great cloud to that already obnoxious air of the eel. He himself is the stabber. What makes you think that? You're an expert! The best detective in the world! I mean, what's left of the world, but still, that's the best nonetheless. We can't rule out any possibility. Think about it. Riff Raff arriving from out of town, possibly into some shady business, and when the deed is done, they turn on each other like rabid dogs. Didn't happen before. Whatever the truth is, you should keep an eye out for this Keelan fellow. He may be the key to all of this. Will do. Well, let's see if he got on the case. I'll let you know. You know, I have to admit, and you're not too bad at this. When you started asking questions, I wasn't expecting much, and that's why I kept my trap shut in my real leads. No offense, but I prefer not to point any finger at suspects, especially after seeing how brutal the mob can be. I know this is a bad habit. Work that thick skin cost you an arm in this place. What about the suspects of yours? Are you going to tell me how you lost your arm? I had 3 good trails, but they all went cold. My first suspect was a redskin called, he struggles with the pronunciation, Wajdo. The other one was a magician called Horatio. And lastly, I had a witness, a mute girl. Tell me about Wajdo. It was crazy Indian who believes he's continuing the ways of his ancestors. Formed his own tribe in Dead Willows after everything went to hell. Anti-town of stinking tents. Washington is a savage son of a bitch, excuse my language, too eager to use his machete on anyone defies as a white oppressor, especially my people. Motive? Check. Potential murder weapon? Check. I'd pay him a visit if I were you, but you've been warned, mister. He's awful protective about his territory. He prefers to let that machete do the talking. The Dread Willows. Shows a circle on your map. It used to be a resort area along the Miskatonic River, full of white willow trees. Fancy place. You don't need to be a detective to guess why it's called Dead Willow these days. Tell me about Horatio. Horatio the Magnificent, they used to call him. I saw nothing magnificent about the man, though. Total wreck. He was pretty vocal about his hate for Wax Face. Was that alright? Horatio had all the motive to go after some mobster blood. And I know he uses old-fashioned swords in his shows. You know, coughing the blades and nonsense like that. He alive? The last time I saw him, he was staying in room number 203 of the Essex Hotel. Oh, he's fucking dead. Okay. Considering his suicidal tendencies, might be a good idea you get your ass over there in a hurry. He's already dead. I just found his room. I need to be able to unlock his box, though. Donna the Mute is what the other tunnel kids call him. She wasn't always mute, though I heard. They say she became like that after witnessing the murder of Abel. Yes, that little one girl. Looking over the same dreadful moment that no one else could see. I tried everything but could never get her to talk. How did I find this kid? You think you could do better? Be my guest. He lives with the other orphans in the collapsed tunnel in the northeast part of the French Hill. Alright, so let's go back to the hotel, go to that room, because now that we know whose corpse that is. Actually, you know what? Let's save here. And then we'll go in. Just in case what's-his-name is fucking awake. And he, like, tries to get revenge on me for drinking him under the table. You gonna let me in or what? Am I not allowed in? What's going on here? There we go. Oh wait, no, he's not dead. He's okay. You can hear someone, probably a man, sobbing from behind the door. Person inside shouts, "Leave me alone!" Just need a few questions answered. Questions about what? About several murders happening in town. Investigation in the Stabber case, the Arkham Stabber. What does it have to do with me? The man takes a deep, sobbing breath before continuing. You listen to me. There's a ruthless killer in this town, yes? And he is worse than that. He's the king of all Arkham murders. You know who I'm speaking of, that black-hearted, wax-faced son of a bitch. Now go ahead and point the finger on me. I don't care who hears me say it. He's a son of a bitch. I won't do anything like that. I'm not acquainted with the mob at all. Shh. You tired of living? I'm not fond of them. You mean that king of dark suits and smelly armpits? He is not a good person. Shame on him. And please leave, sir. His voice throbs with pure, boiling hatred. Considering the things I'm planning to do, even talking to me might cost you your neck. I'm willing to take that chance. Would you open the door, please? First, prove to me that you're not with the mob. Break the door down and kill you. Obviously more to done than any of those buffoons. Ask for things nicely. The room goes silent for a few seconds. The lock clicks, the door yawns open. The dusty corners cluttered with depressed illusionist's quirky paraphernalia. Jewjaws and gimcrackery. And Jimcrackery. Jack of marked cards. Ooh. So, yeah, that's another one of these tools. Can be thrown into a ledge to provide a grappling opportunity. Okay, yeah, tool. Yeah, so these you just put in your offhand. Okay. Increases the character's chance of winning in the gambling rest activity. Okay. just goes in the offhand? Huh. Can be thrown to the ledge. Basic tool bearing a tri-headed hook attached to a sturdy handle, right clumping. No, okay, so they don't just equip like that. Huh. Maybe you need a certain skills to even just equip them? I don't think anyone here has the ability to lockpick anyway, so. You see a devastated looking man in a wrinkled, stained stage costume. This must be the magnificent Horatio, or what's left of him. You're really not going to kill me, right? The man's severely swollen eyes tell you that he has been in this state for some time. No, unless you try to kill me first. So nice of you to mention the possibility, but not just yet. Fragment of a second, you think you see disappointment flicker in his reddish eyes. Alright, ask your oh so important questions. What do you know about the Arkham Stabber? Did you hear what the young man who was killed in the street a while ago? What was your grudge against Waxface? I heard you have Sword of Swords. His eyes focus on the memory of his sworn enemy, and he answers slowly, making every word count. He took what is dearest from me, and I plan to do exactly to him. And if I can't find something that monster holds dear, from which of no surprise to me at all, then I will take the wretched life of his fat carcass. What do you know about the Arkham Stabber? Did you hear about the young woman who was killed? The young man who was killed? You catch him wavering for a short moment. Did you hear about the lovely young lady who was killed at the hands of that tyrant? Look, pal, we each have our own wounds in this wretched town. Come on, you know that I know. Look me in the face. Tell me you know something. I can't say that I like your tone. You better leave if you're done with your questioning. What lady? His tired eyes begin to water as about to continue their routine of constant weeping. He was my assistant. Not just my assistant. Violet was everything I had. What happened to her? She was... He stops abruptly, growing angry. I don't suppose you came here to ask about Violet. Forget about your questions and leave me be. Oh, come on, you know that I know. Look at me in the face. What do you know about the Arkham Stabber? I heard you have a Sword of Swords. So what? You think my stage swords are like meat cleavers the mob uses to behead people? I'm a magician, for God's sakes. He casts his eyes down. I mean, I used to be one of the best. Haven't you heard? The magnificent Horatio has come to town. I think I saw one of your flyers. No, I had a lot of things to worry about. I vaguely remember something like that. Is that supposed to make me feel better? He looks at the state of his clothes and smiles bitterly. Look at my magnificence now. I knew it! You're a wizard! You're Merlin disguised in a cheap tuxedo! Hey, it's not cheap. I'm no hedge wizard like those mad sheiks of the cult. I don't have any control over poor folks' minds or anything like that. You learn the art of manipulating the audience's perceptions, combined with special optical effects. You can put on a real spectacle. Something like that people will remember in their entire lives. The first time you catch a glimmer of life in the pained man. A pure moment of sharing the same space with the impossible, unexplainable. That's magic. Dark clouds gather again, surely as they parted. But when Violet died, the magic in me died with her. Mention the sheiks of the cult. Look, I use the principles of nature in my craft. I'm not a scientist, but I'm well-read. Optics, physics, engineering, every spectacle is grounded in delicate calculation. But those mad priests are a different breed. They're almost like... He struggles to find the right words. They suck the faith out of their worshippers and turn into a disease. A sickness that can affect reality. Simply means that they use certain principles we are not aware of. I prefer not to think about these things. Yes, give me my sanity. I wish you the best of luck with that, but leave me out of it. Reason has left this town, my friend, wherever we accept or not. What do you know about the Stabber? I heard that some folks are being stabbed. I barely left the gloomy chamber for a long time. Weeks. Or is it months? Every time is damned in this place. He wipes his eyes on the sleeve of his tuxedo and continues. Dusk has always been the most melancholic time of the day for me. He laughs bitterly. Now I am trapped forever in this moment of eternal darkness. All alone, my memories of her. On a bright day, some memories can warm your heart. Days like this, they just pierce you like ice, reminding you of what had been lost forever. Sorry, another feeling. I'm sorry, another feeling. Why? Everyone in this town has lost something dear. No point in pitying yourself. I don't want to sound rude, but shall we continue? Another feeling. Horatio silently stares at the wall. Seems your words aren't reaching him. That's all that information from him, then. From the room window, the lifeless body of Julian, the stabber's last victim, is still visible. Although Horatio claims he's unaware of the young man's death, his certain view contradicts the man's accounts. Come on, I know you know! Okay, damn it. Wasn't enough, I guess. We're back out again. He's like, you know, my suit just sucks. I mean, a wizard in a cheap tuxedo sounds like a pretty solid character to build a story off of. Actually, does he know any more? I don't even know about Carrion. Julian already got that. I don't care. I'm good. Alright. There's one other thing that I wanted to do that was directly in town, I think. What was that? What was it? I wanted to talk to him, which I just did. We did the post office. There's one other thing that I think that was in town. The last thing. Not in the bar. Oh, the mute girl. Yes. Because that doesn't make me have to travel out of town yet. The wide open eyes of this little girl seem to be fixated on a distant spot. Though you have no clue what she sees there, you're convinced she is looking directly into the abyss. The girl's staring eyes shift slowly to you, but her gaze remains as barren and blank as ever. Hello. I'm here to ask you a few questions, child. Wave your hand before her eyes. You're obviously not going to be any help. Hello. She doesn't reply. Must be a reason why this little girl is called Donna the Mute. Anyone there? Oh, do I need help or something? Look at me when I talk to you, you little brat. Anyone there?
Look, mister, Donna don't talk no more. We told her, you know. We told her not to wander away from the protection of the Watchers. She didn't listen.
Watchers? You know what she saw? Watchers? He points to the oxidized metal gargoyles squatting on the collapsing bridge.
The Silent Watchers, they protect us.
I see.
If you try to hurt Donna, they'll punish you, curse you. Your eyes will melt like ice cream on a hot day. They do that when they look into your eyes.
Must be terribly powerful. We really need to go.
They come to us in our dreams. We climb on their backs and fly to distant lands. Best of all, they show us the colors.
Oh, thanks for... He's mentioning things and you're like, I don't want to follow up on any of this shit. Yeah, there's the exhaustion shit coming in. Hello, little empty eyes. I've heard you've seen some fantastic things. Doesn't reply. There must be a reason. My sweet will go return to a not-so-distant past together, you and me. Look, mister, do you know what she saw?
No, mister. She was breathing like this when we returned to the tunnel.
He playfully imitates the spasmodic breathing of the girl.
She hasn't talked since.
I think she still sees the monsters.
I don't have time for this nonsense, boy. The oxidized grotesqueness are brooding defiantly from above the arch, as if to guard the young, playful guests. Okay, so it didn't really mention anything. You didn't get attention for some time. Oh, really? I mean, I thought I got a plot thing pretty recently with the oh god, is it gonna drain my sanity that quickly for not getting plot? Uh-oh. That's not a good that's a no good. Alright, well, if that's all I'm gonna get from them for now. Actually, can I get anything out of the car? Or the old bus? Alright, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go back, we're gonna take a rest to get everything back up, maybe get some of my sanity in, since we're starting to hit exhaustion. And then the only places that I think I have left are places out of town. They're still deciphering the poem, but that's just a long one. Investigate the statuette. That's still something that's going to be later on. Possible exit. We need to find all the items, but those are long fetch quests right now. Finding identity of the stabber. We need to find the last person. We learned about more Julian. We learned that they had gold in the Boston Rejects. He's part of a group called the Boston Rejects. Get into room 303. I did that already, though. Carrie and Jack. Cosplay whiskey drinking contest champion. His arrogance. Yeah, we did that and got the letter. And looted him, too. Well, Wilkins left off. Wilkins satisfied my progress investigation and agreed to share his latest information. So he did that, which was these guys. So we visited Horatio. He's still hiding something, but I still need to find more. So leveling up might help me in that, unless I find more items, of course. Talk with the witness, Donna. One of the tunnel kids. Kid won't talk. So there might be something that gets that happen. And we haven't seen Wajtal yet. Haven't gone to him. Keelan is the only victim and or the stabber himself. I'm going to say Keelan is another possible victim, while the stabber is something maybe unrelated. And the rest are all done. Alright, so yeah, pretty much everything I have left is just leave town and do stuff. So let's take that nap. We'll pay the, considering I'm rolling in the money now. Yep, and that's another, I mean, it's one of the things I do like about it. It's an RPG, and I actually haven't done a game where I've had to read the dialogue in so long. So I always really enjoy finding these where I can just read the dialogue out. Anything new in that board? Anything randomly show up in there? No? Okay. Okay, so we were researching this. We still need to keep researching that. However, reconnaissance, psychological treatment. Only person who needs psychological treatment is me. So we're going to read The Origin of Species to get some of that back. Okay, and he can do medical and occult. Medical. So we can do laudanum shot. Yeah, let's see if we can learn the laudanum shot. Servo magnifier. I got some sanity. We discovered the malediction of the first magic item we finally got. Great, and I still lose sanity because we haven't done plot. Okay, cool. So that counts even when I sleep. That sucks ass. We found some more. So basically, what I got for reading The Origin of Species gave me back what I lost. Okay. No healing. May discover center blueprint, server magnifier, investigate the surrounding health, and another formula. So it's probably a better laudanum shot. Nothing else here is going to be new. But we have... Actually, you know what? No, I don't... Let's see. Does this asshole... Like, the bartender might know some of these people. Need a drink. What's the story of the old eel? No. No dialogue choices there. You beautiful young woman with short hair smoking a cigarette. There is a daring, carefree quality about her which is pretty rare in this town, especially these days.
I can see that you're glancing towards this direction, sir. Perhaps we could turn this into a conversation. May I offer you a drink?
Pleasure's mine, miss.
Why? Are you among those who believe that only men can buy drinks to women?
Of course not. I'm free to take your money.
Then enjoy your glass.
She pours you a glass of whiskey and continues.
Let's consider this the rehearsal and we'll start from the beginning.
Alright. May I learn your name?
I'm Clara Bell. You'd have probably known my name if things had gone right for once in my life. I was an actress. Had the movie Hollow Hearts?
No.
Not surprised. It was never released. The critics saw it though. I remember one of them, Bill Hunt's, approached me after the special screening telling me, "You got it, Clara. You are real star material." No need to say that he was drunk and 30 as a male baboon in mating season. Whatever later, I had time to think about what he had said to me about the star material thing. You know, I have an eternity to reflect upon those things.
Drinks from her whiskey.
Star material? Why should I become some material after all?
I see your point.
I mean, I wanted to be an artist to defeat the notion in the first place. But you have to fit somewhere in there. I mean, your world. Be a good wife or be good fun. Oh, you're better than that. Be a good investment. All my life I wanted to be there, on the magazines, the silver screen, and all that jazz. But you know, sometimes I can't help think that this
Looks to the gloom of the outside world.
may actually be the better alternative, because I would never have quitted going for the top myself.
You know what's best for you. It seems you're trying hard to be optimistic.
Good, this means I've achieved something after all. You know, staying optimistic is rare feat these days. Can you say the same for yourself?
What are you doing in Arkham?
I really wish I knew. It's a mystery to me as well. I was waiting for the release of Hollow Hearts in a hotel room in L.A. when Bernie called my manager. Bernie wanted me to meet in private thunder in Arkham. So I hastily came to his forsaken place. I couldn't afford refusing such things, you know. When I arrived at the train station, Bernie was nowhere to be found, and he was supposed to meet me there, but no one ever came.
Who next? See Bernie later?
No, never. Everything before the black days seems blurry now. Did he really call me that day, or was it just a dream? Did he ever arrive at Arkham?
Who next?
I was too tired and confused. I decided to wait for Bernie here in Arkham for a few days, so I headed to the Essex Hotel. Who could have said that there would be any new home for the rest of my life?
So you can still afford staying there? Dollar becoming obsolete and all?
Let's just say I've met the right people. You know, it was never really about the money. Money is just another way to display power. Survive my childhood, and you'll know.
What about your childhood?
Oh, you're my psychiatrist now? Forget it. Skeletons are better left in the closet.
I see. Goodbye. Alright, so Bernie might be the dead guy who was clutching the box then?
Maybe.
Okay, there's nothing relating to quest work there right now. We're gonna pick a new spot, and that's where we're gonna head, and that's where we will save and end for the night. Since we're about hitting that 3-hour mark, and especially with all this talking, it does get a little bit tiresome. Okay, so we can head to the distillery, or we can head to Dead Willows. Let's continue with the murder mystery stuff, so we'll head to Dead Willows. Oh, you've come across a pack of carrion dogs. Would you like to face them? Sure. Get a little bit of time. That's a lot of dogs. Or at least they have to charge me first. Oh, hello, schizophrenia. Please tell me they didn't just waste my entire turn. Oh, it does! Okay, never mind. Schizophrenia is actually very awful. It just wastes your entire fucking turn every once in a while. Damn. I was hoping to maybe kill it before it takes its action. Oh, it just ran. Alright, cool. That's good to know. That the animals will run. Alright, he just takes a big defensive stance. Ow. Still a lot of damage. And they're hitting multiple times. Ow. Gonna rip me to shreds. Okay, yeah, that's... Jesus Christ, okay. Hey, I used all my action points for defense. Why? Can I not literally defend any of this? Like, come on. Oh, come on. Am I really about to get fucking wrecked by some dogs? Oh, come on. Because these things deal insane damage. What the fuck? Dude, get off. Don't just go again. Ah. Great. Now we're like both diseased. Okay, so this is a plot runaway one, though. But this, we get all the rewards for running away. Good. No, we cannot. No more fights. Jesus. You spotted a cemetery before. Would you like to approach it? Sure. If it kills me, it kills me. Whatever. This is just a neat thing to explore. But first, let's get this level in. Another firearm and another investigation. And then stabber. Equipping a light bladed weapon increases reaction by 2 points. Improved health gain. Ah, I don't know why I'm taking that for some reason. Keep her guns going up really high as well. And her science. More physical defense. Occult melee, and medicine. Keep them piling up. Replace the previous perk. Melee attack minimum and maximum melee damage by 2 and lowers maximum sanity by 6. I had this freaking rot disease. I need some way of curing that, which I don't think I have on me. Now is like not the time to be affected by all this shit. Yeah, I don't have anything that's just straight health. Fine. You need that health. Okay. He needs just flat health. Sanity doesn't matter. He can't increase that higher anyway. Oh, yeah. What is the negative effect of this? Lowers sanity gain. Oh, it just lowers sanity gain from resting. Okay. Oh, he already had a magic item. Wait, what? Malediction. Plus 3% critical failure chance. But he's got extra spell craft. Oh, he doesn't need that. Oh, he cannot be unequipped from him. Oh, never mind. Okay, so I can equip this then. Just remember to take this off before we rest. That'll help. Medicine Horatio.
Most delightful mystic of all times. Come to Arkham, Gentleman's Club. French Hill, 17th Arkham. Okay. Oh, hey. Nice. Alright. We're gonna do a... Oh, we cannot save while we're out on the road. Okay. The centuried moss-ridden stones lean their mournful heads across the dead soil, as if lending an ear to the restless murmurs welling up from beneath. Is there anything that triggers my investigation or something? No. Alright, time to go rob a tomb and get completely destroyed. Although, I guess it doesn't, if it's fine if we do, considering how much we got hurt from the dogfight. I know better now. Of these curiously assembled and arbitrary discarded waste of nails and planks, one seems to be of an even more contemptible craftsmanship. Their occupants could turn in their graves if they had one. A sudden blowing and chilling gust of wind shuts the door behind you. Oh, your custody under this... Oh. He crawled out. The corpse of a man suddenly trembles into the view of your feet. He appears as if he's been writhing in pain and his feet have been severed from his ankles. Okay, so this is actually a bit of, Nice. Okay, so I lost a whole bunch of sanity there. Definitely will need some booze after this. Okay. We'll head back out again and continue on our way. Which now we move faster through because of the relic. So that thing in that tomb is actually a reference to a Lovecraft story. It's basically a story that's there's this very, very cheapskate mortician who always is like running out of stuff. And at one day he only had enough wood to make like a really shitty coffin, and somebody died. So a rich man and a poor man died. So they came to him and said, hey, you need to bury our people. Well, he was like, all right, well, I'm just going to make a really good coffin for the rich man because they're going to pay me. And for the poor guy, he didn't have enough wood to actually make a second coffin for that man's size. So he made the coffin a little short. And he goes and he puts the guy's coffin and he goes, I'll fit him in there. So he goes and he fits the body inside the coffin, and then he stores it away for later. He ends up getting locked in the room where the coffin is at, and he has to get out through the window. So he climbs up on top of the coffins. He's trying to climb out of the window, and suddenly he has like wrenching pain in his legs, and he pulls himself out of the window, and his legs have been ripped clean off of him. And sitting in the coffin when they finally get back in there are his legs inside the poor man's coffin, and the poor man is missing his bottom legs, and he's clutching the legs of the mortician. So it's a nice little spooky story. He got cheap, fucked some guy up, cut off his legs, threw them away just to fit him in a tiny coffin, and then he gets, the dead man gets his revenge. So I'm assuming that's what that's a callback for. Since it's a guy without legs who crawls out of the fucking coffin, Anyway. So yep, that's where we're gonna and I gotta pause this just in case I consume any more rations or I lose more fucking sanity. So this will end here. We'll talk with these people here. We'll see if we can get any more information about who the killer might be, and then we're gonna have to make our way back to the city and find out a way of curing my fucking diseases. Anyway. Thank you all for watching. I'll probably be back on Sunday. I don't know if I'll be playing this game on Sunday. Depending on when Dastardly Dave streams, I'll be playing this again next week. I intend to keep playing this. This has been really enjoyable. I like this RPG a lot. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and it has a good setting to it.
and it has a nice feel. At least to me it does. Without being just like a run around a corridor spooky game. This feels really nice. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm back again. If I'm back Sunday, I'll probably do some Castlevania or something. And I'll see you all next time.